and had one of the two hits, so she gets the start, and she'll play second base. So Kurtz, first pitch, cross for a strike, and Freelich likes it. So Torres and Freelich switch spots as Freelich was the DP. Now will catch. Torres was the catcher, now will be the DP. Kurt out in front. And there's a good play by Anna Gold. That's what I'm talking about. People question the defense of this Duke team, and I just don't think they should. They are super athletic and really talented. Anna Gold can come up with a big play, and she does there.
Batting second, plays center field, number 11, Angel Hasso.
So Angel Hasso, number 11, the senior from Angleton, Texas, in game number 1 went 0 for 3 and struck out 1 time. Swings right through that one. Burgess, Jennings, and Davidson across the outfield behind Curd. Gold, Baker, Vega, Tapia, the infield left to right behind Curd. Freelich, the battery mate for Curd for this game. The bunt, Gold's already made one big play and not able to scoop it up there at first is Vega. That has been one of the issues over there.
Batting third, right fielder, number 26, Taylor Posner.
At the moment, I think they're going to give Hasso a base hit. This will be Taylor Posner. We'll see if small ball comes more into play for Syracuse in game 2. Posner batting .333 for the 8-7 Syracuse Orange. Posner has started all 15 games for Syracuse. Posner with 5 home runs has legitimate power. Takes a look at a strike. Hasso 6 for 6 in stolen base attempts to lead the Orange over at first base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. See if she goes on this pitch. She acts like she's going, but then doesn't. And Posner strikes out. So that's going to bring up Rebecca Clyde, who went 0 for 3 with a strikeout in game number 1, a 7-0 win for Duke. It's a doubleheader. They're supposed to play last night, but because of the expected weather, which did come in, they moved it to a doubleheader today. Just missing from Curd, who liked that pitch. So Curd wearing the 19 jersey for Duke. He's got 2 outs here. Runner going that time, and it's fouled away. Cassidy Curd coming off a season a year ago as a freshman where she went 18-3 with a 1.65 ERA. Appeared in 35 games. She started 20, had 5 complete games and 3 shutouts and a save. Pitched 127 innings, gave up 42 runs, only 30 of them earned. Walked 52, struck out 159, and teams only hit 146 against the lefty out of Florida. Runner going. Freelich gets it down to Baker. Baker a pretty good tag, but in for the steal is Hasso. Hasso now 7 for 7, stealing bases. And with 2 outs, Syracuse has a runner in scoring position. looks like she wants the umpires to talk about whether. So they are going to say the runner left too early and is out at second base.
After further review, the winner
So
was
Duke
called
will
out.
come up to the plate the bottom of the first inning with Jennings, Gold, and Davidson. We played half an inning of game number 2, Gold and then Claire Davidson. First pitch from Lewinsky. It'll be Jennings, Gold, Davidson, Vega, Torres, Tapia, Burgess, Freelick, and Baker in Marissa Young's batting order. And Jennings right up the middle for yet another base hit as Jennings continues her torrid pace, batting .447. Jennings in game 1, 1 for 4.
Second, playing third base, number 4, Anna Gold.
So here's Anna Gold. Anna Gold, by her standards, in the midst of a mini slump here, 0 for 4 in game number 1. And she struck out twice. She's behind that one. Anna Gold fakes bunt, and that allowed Jennings to get over to second. She was thinking about going to third, and she will. And she'll slide right in. And Jennings with a little dance as well. So Jennings gets there, and then once they throw it to the pitchers, she finds her way to third base. Clyde at third base, Breen, Foster, and Galipo across the. Gold tries to lay down a bunt. And a little idea where Gold's head is right now is he's trying to do anything to get on. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Gold. A good chance to knock in Jennings for the first run of the game. Bottom of the first. Anna Gold steps in and strikes out. So something's going on with Anna Gold right now. She'll go back to the dugout.
Batting third, right fielder, number 7, Claire Davidson.
So let's go bring up Claire Davidson, who had a really good game 1, 3 for 3 with a run and 3 RBI. She also had a home run, the only home run of the game. She had one of the 2 doubles. Now Davidson steps in. What a massive strikeout for Lewinsky of Gold. So Claire Davidson, who's got her average up to 452. With 3 home runs, this should be enough for her to go. She tags and is in at home safe. Felt like Jennings maybe felt like blocked there a little bit, but the tag from shallow center field, and Jennings has made it 1-0. Davidson will get credit for a sacrifice fly. Amina Vega, she went 0 for 4 in game 1. That's high. Brittany Lewinsky smokes one inside corner. It was only 61, but it popped. As Syracuse is back with a right-handed catcher for game 2. In the first game, it was Layla Morales-Alves, the left-handed catcher. This time around, it's Taylor Davison, who will bat ninth and is a right-handed catcher. Duke with a 1-0 lead, courtesy of the Davidson sac fly and the great base running of Jennings. Kelly Torres is on deck. So Vega, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hits this one down the line. And a good beat on it was pass out of left field. And that'll do it, but not before Duke gets one across. Played 1 inning, Duke 1, Syracuse 0.
It's more than a game for our student athletes and you can be more than a fan. The Iron Dukes and Varsity Club help provide the resources necessary to support Duke's 27 varsity sports. Strive to be champions in both the classroom and competition.
Second inning, Duke with a 1-0 lead, courtesy of the Davidson sac fly to score Jennings from third. Third's going to step off. Curd now ready. Leans back, leans in, strike. 67 miles per hour rise ball. Good look from behind Curd. 0-1 pitch. Strike 2. Clyde in game number 1, 0 for 3, did strike out 1 time. Ooh, struck out looking there. So Curd, 3 perfect pitches, 1 up, 1 down.
Next up, the DP number 25, Vanessa Flores.
So that'll be the DP number 25, Vanessa Flores, who was 0 for 2 with a walk in the 7-0 loss in game 1. That one high to Flores. Vanessa Flores ahead of the count, 1-0. Curd leans back, leans in. A little bit low. Vanessa Flores did not play last year. Came into this series hitting .346. Does have a double with 9 RBI. Head of the count, 2-0. Whew. 68 miles per hour from Curd. Curd, who sat down Clyde in 3 pitches. 2-1 count to Flores. Leaning in, fouled away. Defensively, again for Duke, Burgess, Jennings, and Davidson, same outfield that Marissa Young had in game 1. Same infield as well. Gold, Baker, Vega, Tapia, left to right. New catcher, Freely, replacing Torres, which has been standard for the most part for Coach Young in doubleheaders. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. And strike 3, so 2 KLs. That's a strikeout looking for Curd back to back. And Curd dealing some heat out there with 3 strikeouts.
Now batting, playing first base, number 2, Tessa Gallipo.
So this is Tessa Gallipo. She was 1 for 2, so she had one of the 2 hits in game 1. Off speed by not by much, but just taking a little bit off there was Curd. Boy, that combination of Duke, of Jayla Wright and Cassidy Curd, righty-lefty combo, strong. For 18, Pess waiting on deck. Olivia Pess, the senior from Seattle. Wow, 3 strikeouts, all of them looking. 1, 2, 3 inning. Cassidy Curd is dealing. 1.5 played. Duke 1, Syracuse 0.
Today's game is celebrating Duke employees and professor appreciation and the Duke Centennial. In 2024, Duke celebrates its centennial, marking 100 years since Trinity College became Duke University. Duke will use this historic milestone to deepen the understanding of its history, inspire pride, and strengthen bonds and partnerships. The university also looks forward to continued excellence and impactful leadership in the second century. To learn more about the Duke Centennial, visit 100. Number 3, Kelly Torres.
Kelly Torres caught the first game as she takes a look at a strike.
Number 12, Layla
Torres
Alves.
0 for 3 in the first game with 1 strikeout. Just missing from Lewinsky. Lewinsky, who's got Pess, Hasso, and Posner left to right across the outfield. Clyde, Breen, Foster, Gallipo with looks like Morales Alves is coming back in to catch, so the lefty's back in there. Did not start the game. And there's a base hit for Torres. So Torres with her first hit on the day. She'll take it, a leadoff base hit at the bottom of the second with Tapia coming off a huge game with 2 doubles. 2 for 3. She also had 10 putouts over at first base, game number 1. So Tapia will dig in. Their batting average at 324. Duke 14-1. Tapia does have 1 home run on the season. That one catches the outside corner. Tapia doesn't like that one. She's gonna walk a little bit further away. Tapia right back in there though, behind the count 0-2. Fouls it away. Torres is 2 for 3 this season on stolen base attempts, if you're wondering what she's up to over at first base. Syracuse with just 2 hits in that first game. Duke had 9 hits, including a home run from Davidson, a triple from Burgess, and a double from Davidson, as well as 2 doubles from Tapia, who's at the plate now behind the count 0-2. Tapia, this one's high, runner's going, kind of went late and out. So a late jump from Torres, and she's out at second base. Looked like a bit of a high tag, but they want to look at it.
Previous play is under review.
Torres so 1 ball, 2 strikes, and now Torres is sent back to the dugout as she gets thrown out. was the left-handed catcher Morales Alves, who didn't start this game but is right back in there here in the second inning. And that'll be out to Green, now the second out. That's going to bring up Burgess. So Maya Burgess 1 for 2 with a couple runs and an RBI, a walk, a couple putouts out in left field. So Maya Burgess will step in. So Burgess, a .391 in her freshman campaign, with 3 doubles and a home run. She had a triple in game number 1. Just flying around. Duke has more speed and, yeah, they're gonna finally check it out with the third base umpire, David Irwin, who says that was a strike. Looked like they weren't even gonna ask. Fouled back. So Taylor Davison started at catcher, the freshman, but didn't take long for Syracuse to make the change. As Coach Depking gets the left-handed catcher back in there, that one inside. That is caught in the air. Are they going to say that hit the ground? Clyde is certain she caught the ball for out number 3 and didn't bother throwing over to try to get the speedy Burgess. I feel like the 3 umpires have no clue and they're going to have to look again. In the last inning, struck out all 3 Orange batters looking. That's right, all 3, K with an L. First pitch is a little bit high from Curd. Pass comes in hitting .316 on the season, limited sample size, 6 for 19 with an RBI, 2 walks, 6 Ks, she's got 1 double. Pass ahead of the count, 1-0. That one's 67 miles per hour across, and it's 1-1. Curd, now with 29 strikeouts on the season, gets just 10 walks. Great control from the lefty. Lean back and then the lean in, she steps into it. That's another strike. One and 2. Curd may have thought that was a strikeout the way she responded. Now there's a strikeout, so that's 4 in a row. And they're playing a little hammer, can't touch this, and right now you can't. She's got 5 strikeouts in this game, including 4 in a row.
Shortstop number 14, Kelly Breen.
So that'll bring up the shortstop. Green now hitting .235. Breen 0 for 1 with a walk in the first game. Just missing was Curd. Just about every pitch Curd throws is pretty close to being a strike. She misses it, it's not by much. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. So Breen ahead of the count, 2-1. Bringing a sophomore from the state of California. I mentioned 5 players on the Syracuse roster from California. No state has more. New York and New Jersey combined, Syracuse has 4. 3 from New York, 1 from New Jersey. Morales Alves, the catcher on deck. And that's 5 strikeouts in a row, 6 strikeouts overall. Cassidy Kurd dealing.
The catcher, number 16, Taylor Davison, now batting. Correction, number 12, Layla Morales Alves.
Morales Alves came on for Davison, the catcher. We got the leadoff hitter Foster on deck. Kurd with 6 Ks. Oof, that looked pretty good too. 2 balls, no strikes. Cassidy Kurd out of the count, 2-0. Freelick the catcher. One fouled back. Cassidy Kurd, the sophomore from Port St. Lucie, Florida. Last year struck out 159 batters. She now has already struck out 31 this year. Fouled away, and after falling behind 2-0, has things back in order at 2-2. Try to make it 6 straight strikeouts and 7 overall. Kurd, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and drop that one down to 54. Rose it up. Kind of got away from her a little bit. Now it's full count. So Kurd, full count, and gives up the first base hit of the game for Syracuse. Syracuse. Good work by Morales Alves to get on. So Morales Alves came in for Davison, and I think Marissa Youngs basically just wants to know, like, was that reported?
Next up, number 21, Mackenzie Foster.
So here's Foster, who Anna Gold made an unbelievable play diving toward home plate in foul territory to get the first out of the game. So Kurd now has the pitch from Freelick. Oh, 1 pitch from Freelick. From Kurd, rather, to Freelick. Now it's 0-2. Kurd with 6 Ks already. So 6 of the 8 outs so far for Syracuse have been strikeouts. really gets high. Catcher, pull that one down. One ball, 2 strikes. Curd, strike 3. So Curd gets 3 more strikeouts. She's got 7. We played 2.5. In game number 2, Duke won game number 1, 7-zip. They lead game number 2 through 2.5, 1-zip.
Join Duke softball for post-game autographs, strikeout cancer weekend, Sunday Monday, Pride Night, and more this season. To learn more about what's in store for the 2024 season, stop by the marketing table located on the first base side of the concourse. All right, fans, it's time to introduce today's guest PA announcer.
Off to a fantastic start, 14-1. They've won 14 in a row. Their only loss was their opening game of the season against perennial power Oklahoma, and that game was just 3-0. I'm going to tell you right now, do not be surprised if Duke finds themselves all the way to the World Series championship matchup. This one fouled, and it'll go out of play. Foul ball. So Baker's gonna bat for Frankie Freelich. Baker on deck, then back to the top of the order.
I'm sorry? I know, right? It's clean. It messes with you. There you go. There you go.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And good play by Clyde. Remember, it was Clyde at the end of the last inning that knew she had caught it, but the umpires didn't know. It took them a while to look at review and then agreed that it wasn't out.
Number 25, Jada Baker.
Baker due up as we've got the young EA person up in the press box. Always, as I mentioned in the first game, always a delight as part of Duke softball. In on the hands of Baker and hit foul. I want to thank Colleen Gunning, the fine SID for Duke softball. Always has everything ready for all of us over here, and we do appreciate it. She's always does it with a smile as well. Hits sharply to the first baseman. That'll be the second out. As Baker goes down, that brings up Jennings.
Now batting, number 10,
Deanna Jennings, 2 for 5 on the day, including 1 for 1 in this game. She's got her batting average up at .458. And that'll get through for another hit as Deanna Jennings slapper. You got to play up tight on her, and she can get some mustard on it and get it by you. So here, eyes are on Anna Gold, who, by her standards, is in a slump as she's
Now batting, number 4, Anna Gold.
0 for 4 in the first game, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. She has struck out 3 times today. As Gold would like to snap out of it right here. One-0 pitch to Gold. Takes a look at strike 1, so it's 1-1. Anna Gold with the deep breath, steps in. She's got her bat ready. Strike 2, just not seeing the ball right now. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and And just missing is Brittany Lewinsky. Line on her so far, 2 2/3, giving up 3 hits, 1 run earned, struck out 1. Anna Gold gets a piece of it, but first baseman catches it. Anna Gold now still hitless today. We played 3. It's Duke 1, Syracuse 0.
Let's hear it one more time for Della.
And she'll step in. Hit sharply, and they'll say foul ball. That was really close. Really close. Senior out of Angleton, Texas, Angleton High School. Oh, 1 pitch. Curd fouls it away. Curd, off-speed pitch, dropped that one down to 54. Pumping it at 68. Now I feel like it's going to be some straight heat here for Curd. Let's see. It's in on the hands or away. Curd ahead in the count 0-2. Curd fouled away by Hasso. Hasso base hit. He's got her average up to 500. 23 out of 46. That's pretty good. Another strikeout. Strikeout number 8 for Cassidy Curd. Wow. Is Curd dealing or what?
Next up, number 26, Taylor Posner.
She had 11 strikeouts at Longwood last April. She's got 8 already. Posner struck out looking. Her first time up. Posner 0 for 4 on the day with 2 strikeouts on the day. Won in that first game, a 7-0 win for Duke. Curd. Flat out dealing, folks. 8 strikeouts, no walks, 1 ball, 1 strike to Posner in the 3rd spot for Syracuse. That's a strike. Clyde waiting on deck. Beautiful, beautiful Saturday afternoon here in Durham, North Carolina. Curd leans back, then leans in, and fouled away by Posner, trying to stay alive. Taylor Posner from Downington, Pennsylvania. Fouls it away again. She had 264 in 2022 in 26 starts, made 28 starts last year, hit 242. And then coming into this weekend series, sitting 333. She's now at 326. And another strikeout as Freelick squeezes it. Strikeout number 9 for Cassidy Curd. 2 away from her career high. We're only in the 4th inning.
Number 3, Rebecca Clyde, now batting.
So here's Rebecca Clyde. Clyde pops it in the air. Vega's calling for it and gets waved off by Davidson, and that'll be the 3rd out. And it's only fitting because Davidson, then Vega, then Torres are due up for Duke. We played 3.5 pitch, giving up 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. She has struck out 1, walked none. Here's Claire Davidson. He had the sacrifice RBI, 0 for 0 on the day. She's had a really good day at the plate, Davidson, as she takes a look at a first pitch strike on the outside corner. Davidson, Vega, Torres, that's 3, 4, and 5 for Coach Young in the batting order. Oh, delivery from Lewinsky, and this one's hit pretty high in the air. It's going to give it a ride, and Davidson's going to send it out. Davidson is having a big-time season. She's got her 4th home run and 2nd of the day, and Davidson's made it 2-0 Duke on top.
T-shirt toss time.
That'll lead to a t-shirt toss with the home run. Fans looking for a t-shirt. As that'll bring up Vega, who flew out to pass her first time up. Vega 0 for 5 on the day. A little bit low from Lewinsky, who just gave up her 3rd home run of the season. Davidson, and Vega gets a base hit there as that one fools Foster. Now, this could be a big inning here for Duke with Torres coming to the plate. All of a sudden, they're catching up to everything Lewinsky's throwing. So here's Torres. She had a base hit. Torres 1 for 4 on the doubleheader. Torres up the middle, hit out to center field. That's caught and sent back in. So the first out, that'll bring up Tapia. Burgess on deck with Tapia digging in. Popped out to the shortstop. Her first time up, this after going 2 for 3 with a couple doubles in game number 1. Tapia gets this one out to the right fielder, but right at the right fielder, Posner, and now 2 outs. So that's going to bring up Burgess, the left fielder. She was 1 for 2 with a triple in the first game. 0 for 1 in this game. 1 for 3 on the day. Tries to lay down a bunt. It's going to be a good one. And a perfect bunt single from Burgess. Runners at first and second. Burgess is on. With 2 outs, that'll bring up Frankie Freelick. Added 1 here in the 4th, looking for more with 2 outs. Freelick with 2 outs, she hits 375. With runners in scoring position, she hits 300. Fouls that first pitch away from Brittany Lewinsky. Lewinsky. She'll miss. It's 1-1 to Freelich. Freelich 1 for 2, a run and 2 RBI in game number 1. 0 for 1 in this game, so 1 for 3 in the doubleheader. Remember, these two teams will wrap up this 3-game series and start ACC play tomorrow at noon. I'll have the call with you on ACC Network Extra. Hopefully you'll join me. That one dropped by the left-handed catcher, Morales Alves. 3 balls and a strike with Baker on deck. That's going to be a base hit. They'll send Vega around, Freelich in for a double, and they'll also send Burgess around, so 2 more runs across, and it's 4-0. Duke on top of Syracuse.
And that's a double. It's time to look up, fans. It's time for the double bubble run toss.
And it's the double bubble toss here at Duke Softball Stadium. They do it right here at Duke. Good people. Chad Lampman, man who coordinates all these broadcasts on what is a busy day. Softball, basketball, lacrosse, I believe. No action in the Syracuse bullpen as they keep Lewinsky out there. That one hit between the legs of the third baseman, and that'll send around run number 5. As sliding into second is Baker. Freelich crosses home plate, and it's 5-zip.
2 bases for
Duke.
Jada Baker. Double bubble coming your way again.
They're going to give the double bubble toss, but that's going to be an error as it went right between the legs of Clyde, the third baseman. And this could mean a change in the circle. We'll see here. Yeah, it is going to be. So it'll be a new pitcher. 8 extra base hits, 5 doubles, 1 triple, and 2 home runs. She's actually faced an even 100 batters who are hitting .259 against her. No wild pitches, no hit by pitches. And the new pitcher, Madison's Knight, his first pitch to Jennings, who's 2 for 2. Jennings 3 for 7 on the day. .469 batting average. Jennings, a true slap hitter. They play tight on her. It's just hard to get her out. It'll go over the shortstop head, and that's going to score run number 6, an RBI, as Jennings knocks in Baker. And Jennings doing some jumping jacks at first base, and it's 6-0.
Next up, number 4.
So now the Anna Gold watch is on, and it's a different kind of watch because she's in a rare slump here. 0 for 4 in the first game, 0 for 2. I'll have to look back at the box score. And she's just not catching up to the ball right now. A little bit in her head maybe, which you don't usually think you're gonna say about Anna Gold. The 0-1 pitch to Anna Gold. Low. Here, fans saying, "All you, Anna." That one a little bit high. Sunday, I caught a doubleheader, 11-5 win over Villanova in 6 innings because of time. Villanova had to catch a plane, and then they beat Elon 14-0 in 5 innings. Gold. This is right to the second baseman and is out, but not before Duke pushes 5 more across. We played 4 innings at Duke Softball Stadium, and it's Duke.
Leading off for Syracuse in the top of the 5th, number 25, Vanessa Flores.
Flores will try to solve the puzzle of Cassidy Curd, who has 8 strikeouts. What I thought was her 9th was actually caught by Freeling. So comes back with a strike there. Duke has rattled off 14 straight wins, and at the moment they're doing it with a relatively cold Anna Gold, at least on Anna Gold standards. Curd with the strike. One-two pitch from Curd. Woo. Curd wanted that one for strike 3. Pretty close. Burgess, Jennings, and Davidson still across the outfield left to right. Gold, Baker, Vega, and Tapia still across the infield. Freely catching Curd, who's got 8 Ks. Yeah, they ruled Posner, by the way, fouled out to the catcher. That's why the strikeouts are still at 8. Full count. Fouled away. Flores struck out looking her first time up. She's one of the 8 Ks. Galopole waiting on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Popped in the air. Davidson's under it, and it's an out. 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the 5th. The score is 6-0. Duke will have Davidson, who's hit a home run in both games today, Vega and Torres in the bottom of the 5th. As Gallipo struck out looking her first time up. And Curd went 1-2-3 with 3 strikeouts looking, which is hard to imagine. That one was outside. They'll check the umpire, and the umpire says strike 1. Hyde. Frankie Freelick catching. Torres caught the first game, Freelick the second game. They did it on Sunday as well for that doubleheader. I mentioned I'm going to pull a doubleheader tomorrow in that I'm going to call the game between Duke and Syracuse and then go as a fan to the Duke women's basketball game over in Chapel Hill. Should be a great game. Kara Lawson has the Duke Blue Devils playing some really good basketball. Really, really good basketball. They beat Virginia by 19 Thursday night at Cameron on senior night for Kennedy Brown and Claire Emsbo. Kennedy Brown, a monster game. Reagan Richardson, an even bigger game for the Duke women's basketball team. But perhaps, without question, the most successful team on campus right now is the team you're watching, the Duke softball team, 14-1. Some of the rankings have them as high as number 4 in the country. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hurd has not walked a batter today. Try to avoid that here, and it's a little bit high, but Galapo's up there to hit it, fouls it away. Now it's full count with 1 out. Pass is waiting on deck, that number 18 jersey. Duke is really, really good, folks, in softball. And no problem for Burgess. So Burgess in the right spot. 2 up, 2 down. And this will bring up pass 0 for 1 with one of the 8 strikeouts. Curd. Fouled away. Jayla Wright got the win in the first game. She pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 hit and 2 walks, struck out 5. And then Sophie Garner-McKinnon came on for the final inning, gave up just 1 hit in what would be a 7-0 7-inning win in game number 1 against Syracuse. 0-1, now 0-2. Curd had that one at 68. This Curd try to get strikeout number 9. Curd leans back, leans in, and Vegas got to hurry, and does. Gets it over to Tapia. And another 1-2-3 inning for Curd. We played 4.5. Duke with a commanding 6-0 lead over Syracuse. We'll be back for the bottom of the 5th on ACC Network. Is Davidson. So Davidson has got a sacrifice fly for an RBI and a home run for an RBI in this game. She also had 3 RBI in game number 1, so she's got 5 RBI in the 2 games. Looked like a really good pitch from Madison Knight, who has come on in relief for Syracuse. Lewinsky went 3 2/3, gave up 7 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned. Knight came on to get out of the last inning, back out there. She has pitched to 3rd, giving up 1 hit. Davidson, red hot, now at .465 with 4 home runs. Meanwhile, for those of you who are trying to figure out the Anna Gold puzzle, which I'm sure Marissa Young is thinking about a little bit, in the Villanova game, they won that 11-5. They were down 1-0 after 1 inning, and Gold hit a 2-run home run. Since that time, Gold has not got a hit, as Davidson with the leadoff walk, as she has gone 0 for 12 since that time, which is rare. That'll bring up Vega.
Now batting, number 17,
Remember, Gold is just one home run away from owning the Duke home run record. Here's Vega. She had a base hit and scored a run in the 4th when Duke pushed across 5 runs. Vega drops down a bunt to the pitcher, and out at first base is Vega, so runner at second base. Advancing over is Davidson. Good bunt. Mina Vega. Here's Kelly Torres. She's 1 for 2 after going 0 for 3 in game 1. So 1 for 5 on the day. Torres, DP. That's across for a strike. Madison Knight, that one at 65 miles per hour. Madison Knight listed at 5'9". I'm telling you, she looks taller than that. That's across for a strike too. Tapia waiting on deck. Knight out in front of Torres, 0-2, and a little bit high. Torres stays off a purpose pitch there from Knight. 1 out as Davidson moved over to second base on the bunt from Vega. It's missing outside. That one at 67 from Madison Knight. Duke 6 runs on 8 hits. Runner going to third and out at third. Will end the inning, and Marissa Young not going to contest it, I don't think, as Davidson is out at third. We played 5 complete. It was spectacular. Curd, 5 innings pitched, gave up 2 hits, struck out 8, walked none. As Drugmuller now in, top of the 7th, and Syracuse will be familiar with Drugmuller, having transferred from Pitt. 1-0 on the first pitch from Danny Drugmuller. Now 2-0. The outfield remains Burgess, Jennings, and Davidson. The infield remains Gold, Baker, Mega, and Tapia. Freeling stays behind the plate. The only change is the new pitcher. And Anna Gold's got it for the first out. Duke now 5 outs away from moving their record to an amazing 15-1, including 15 consecutive wins. So this is Morales Alves. Didn't start the game at catcher. Played the entire game at catcher in the first game, but came on in the second inning to catch. The left-handed catcher, left-handed batting catcher, and throwing. Drugmuller looked like a pretty good pitch. 1-0. Baker's there and lets it go off the edge of her glove. So Syracuse has a runner here. Coach Depking looks like she'll bring out a pinch runner here. So pinch runner for Morales Alves.
Pinch running for the Syracuse number 14, Kelly Breen.
It's Kelly Breen pinch running. Cross for a strike from Jorgmiller. So now Coach Depking, let's talk to the umpire about they may have announced the wrong pinch runner, because I think it might be Gabby Lantier over there at first base. Confirm that when we can. Yeah, it is Lantier, not Green. The announcer announcing Green, and saw Coach Depking just making sure. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here, top of the 6th. Two balls, 1 strike. Also on deck, right back to the pitcher. They take the sure out for the 2nd out, up 6-0. Tapia, Burgess, and Freelig, 6, 7, and 8, coming up for Duke in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 11, Angel Hasso.
Hasso with a base hit and a strikeout. Hasso hit right down to Tapia. So Drugmuller comes out of the bullpen and pretty effective. Gets the job done. Syracuse will leave one, which would mean 4 of their last 5 games, if they can hang on to the shutout, will be shutouts, as they also beat Michigan State 22-0, sandwiched in a win over Villanova 11-5, and then beat Elon 14-0. It's going to be Tapia, Burgess, and Freelig. It's 6, 7, and 8 in your lineup, but when you look at Duke's lineup, it doesn't matter 1 through 9. I mean, everybody's hitting above 300, except for Baker, who's right at 300, 297. And that's not even fair, because Baker's getting on base like crazy, just reaching on airs. That with her speed, had they been fielded cleanly, some of those might have even been hits. 0-2 to Tapia. Right back up the middle off Tapia's glove. Second baseman there to clean it up. That'll go down as a 1-4-3 out. It's going to bring up Amaya Burgess, the freshman from League City, Texas. So Burgess will dig in. She's 1 for 2 and scored a run here in this 2nd game. Game 1, Burgess was 1 for 2 with a couple runs and an RBI. Burgess has another run and a base hit in this game, so pretty good day for Burgess. Freshman, solid defensively as well. On to the count, 0-1 to Madison Knight. Tough bounce on the second baseman, but handled over there by Foster. That's going to bring up Freelig with Baker on deck.
Number 13, Francesca Freelich, now batting.
Really takes a look at a first pitch strike. Syracuse has 3, 4, and 5 due up in the top of the 7th with a lot of work to do. That'll be Posner, Clyde, and Flores. Hess, Hassel, Posner across the outfield right now for Syracuse, with Clyde, Breen, Foster, and Gallipo across the infield. They got the right-hander catcher back in there now. The Syracuse, Taylor. Davison, rather, the catcher. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs as Madison Knight does not get the strikeout. Thought she had it there, headed to the dugout. Everybody was. And it's full count. Frankie Freelich. Freelich right back tonight. A 1-2-3 inning for Knight. And Syracuse come to the plate, top of the 7th, down 6-0 with a whole lot of wood to chop. Duke 3 outs, as Duke 3 outs away from improving to 15-1 on the season. Fouled away. One-two pitch to Posner. Gold keeps her head in the game. Brings it over to Tapia. Now Duke 2 outs away. That'll bring up Clyde, who struck out looking and fly to right field her first time up. Danny Drugmuller in to close it out, the 6th and the 7th for Cassidy Curd, who was brilliant for Duke. Popped in the air, leaking out of play, and it is out of play. For a strike, 66 miles per hour from Drugmuller. Clyde, 0-2. Ooh, so close. They don't even bother looking down. Flores on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out from Danny Drugmuller. And there's a strikeout. 16th strikeout of the season for Danny Drugmuller, and Duke 1 out away from their 10th shutout of the season. 15 overall shutouts. That's just incredible. They shut out Long Beach State, North Dakota State, FIU, Army twice, Villanova, Michigan State, Elon, and Syracuse twice. Foul ball. Just like that, Danny Drugmuller has Duke 1 strike away from moving to 15-1 on the season. This after losing game 1 of the season 3-0 to Oklahoma, your almost perennial World Series champion. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Drugmuller fouled away by Flores, just trying to stay alive. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Strike 3. And that'll do it. Duke will move to 15-1. Danny Drugmuller in relief, solid. Curd will get the win.